Okay, we're Fresh Beach. We're from West London. We work in the inner city estate, and we work with young men who are involved with a lot of gang crime and stuff like that. And the aim of Fresh Beach is to get involved with those young men and to give them more options in life, and to try and give them a way to express themselves as well through music and through the things that they love, which is rap. Perfect. Let's go. Ooh. Clap if you want. You don't have to be silent. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. This is called Fat Cats. Fat cats, I can see the way you treat people as commodities. As for money, blind to see the damage that you're doing to society. Love of money is the evil that I can see. Cause you know I hear them say, give them longer hours, lower pay. It doesn't matter anyway, cause I won't have to fight to feed my kids today. But if that's someone else's burden, then that's okay. Okay, we're gonna go into the chorus. When you're tired of hurting people, when you're tired of holding on, when the world's in your possession, but your soul is dead and gone, would you try to change your ways? Would you try? Would you try? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. A bit of R&B. Oh, yeah. Okay. Second verse. Politicians, they say that if you want to be free, we need a free market economy. But there's not a lot of freedom that I can see for the millions living in poverty. Maybe it's just freedom for the ones who can't afford to be free. Bit heavy, isn't it? Cause if they open their eyes, it's clear to see the damage being done to our communities. We're being torn apart fundamentally with a steady rising inequality. Maybe it's just freedom for the ones who can't afford to be free. Okay, chorus again, when you're ready. When you're tired of hurting people, when you're tired of holding on, when the world's in your possession, but your soul is dead gone, would you try to change your ways? Would you try? Would you try? Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. Okay, that was good. So that one was Fat Cats. Now the next track is a track about dating, and this is what I'm sure you've all wanted to hear. This is some rap songs, and this is about dating, alright? So it's about, you know, that first date that you go on when you're on with a lady. Or a man. Obviously, we're not all just men. And if you want to go for that. Now, sometimes when you go on a first date, you know, you're a bit nervous and things go wrong. And, you know, it's not unusual for things to happen that are unusual when you're out on a date. So these are two stories I'm going to tell you about my friend. Okay. It's not unusual for things to happen that ain't usual. Mark packed cards in a factory. Sally got a master's in geography. Sam met Sally at the Jolly Roger. He asked her out over Coke and vodka. 2 days later went for a masala, and Sam tried to play Would You Rather. Then things started going quite badly. He let her pick up the tab quite gladly. Poor guy, he should have stopped there. He then let her pick up the taxi fare. From about then, Sally got angry and Sam got quite panicky. He told a joke to relieve the tension. Never tell a joke where race is mentioned. Then everything turned into a blunder. Sally opened her mouth and burned Sam to asunder. Then all his words started to be murmured. Sam passed out outside a van for burgers. Can you believe it? Sam passed out outside a van for burgers. Burgers he had. He was lying there for 20 minutes. And that's the first date. So like I'm saying, it's not unusual for unusual things to happen when you're out on a date. Alright? So I've got one more story for you, and this is about two more of my friends. Okay. It's not unusual for things to happen that ain't usual. Mark met Mary at the local Asda. She thought he was flash cause he owned a Mazda. That right there should have been her first guess. This was a man in middle-aged distress. Mary went shopping for a kid's party. She didn't think she'd be pulling our marquee. Started at the West End, they went to see Thriller. Mark went for the cheap seats behind the pillar. So bored that she thought she was about to lose it, but she said that she only went for the music. After the play, they went for a walk. Mary's idea so that they could talk. Everything goes really well, it feels right, it's so romantic, you can hear Barry White. Mark moves in and gives her a kiss. Ooh, that kiss was bliss. Right there, he asked her if she'd stay, but oh no, off came his toupee.
I'm so sorry, Mary, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Oh, can you believe it? Off came his toupee.
That's fake hair.
So, exactly like fake hair. So like I'm saying, on a first date, it's not unusual for unusual things to happen. It's not unusual for unusual things to happen. So next time you go on a first date, those single ones, others, even if you're going on an existing date with a current partner, just remember, don't get too nervous. Be yourself. Certainly, don't wear a toupee. And what's always important is don't tell your friends if it goes too wrong, because your friends will put it on a rap track.
Provide a little context to where this work is coming out of. I think John mentioned it earlier on in that, you know, in London a particular issue is based around knife crime and some of the unfortunate consequences that come with gang affiliation. So I'm just going to kind of switch the mood in a sense, and I'm going to do an a cappella piece that's kind of birthed out of the context in which it's come from. So I'm going to tell a story. So I'm going to need you marketeers to creatively imagine the pictures that are being painted. The story starts in the flats. The big boys leaned against their backs, surrounding the room, puffing the fumes. If only they knew what was going to happen soon. Anyway, I assumed they knew June. It was her birthday, day of celebrations. No one knew that there was going to be commiserations. It weren't a big house, 3 bedrooms, nice front room, nice size, filled up with hood wraps. But some nice guys left the house with the manners that the house taught them. But some left with the hammers that the streets taught them. In the back of their mind, memories that distraught them. They had to deal with mash-up situations life brought them. You can say in their hearts they've gone a bit colder, and as they're older they got potatoes on their shoulder. Not chips, now they got clips they want to empty. And when it comes to bravery, these youths have got plenty. But the vibe was all good, it was all blessed. Most of them went there to have a good time and ignore stress. But even though the yard was quite ram out, that means packed. Even though the yard was quite ram out, if you were to come from another manor, you would stand out. But it was all good. Everyone was from the same hood, same road, same town, same code. Some of them were so tight, they even rocked the same clothes. Some of them were so hype, like you couldn't tame those. But we all knew that June was quite vocal. Not everyone that was gonna come was gonna be local. So by no surprise, we meet next guys from next estates. They were far from best mates with the guys previously mentioned. They chose to jam and hold their corner, they weren't caring about the tension. Didn't show no signs of apprehension, even though they knew that any given time these guys were going to test them. So they're screwing, searching for the weakest one first. Thinking to themselves, what, should we eat this one first? Yeah. Go over there, give that one a barge. If he tries to give it large, then us man are gonna charge. But wait, why is it that everywhere we decide to go, you always kick off a show? This time I'm not on it, no. Come on now, brethren, listen up. Are you a friend or a foe? I'm a friend to the end, but the excitement has to go. Now when it comes to combat, he was usually on that. These boys were shocked when they heard him say, you know what, long that. And really that ain't what they want to hear. They were thinking he was shook. That means an element of fear was shown. Or does it mean his wised up mentality has grown? They weren't caring, they were in the zone, all patiently waiting to catch one of them on their own. If they try to give static, the fist will get thrown. See, the opportunity came as time tick-tocked on, getting closer to their victims, but they didn't clock on. In the beginning, the predators thought they were winning, but in reality, believe there's more than one villain. It starts, they're roughing and scuffing, they're tired, huffing and puffing. The one left on his back was the one who said he wanted nothing to do with it, but before he knew it, he was on the floor. Them boys from the other manor, yeah, they were out the door. They're roughing and scuffing, they're tired, huffing and puffing. The one left on his back was the one who said he wanted nothing to do with it, but before he knew it, he was on the floor. Them boys from the other manor, yeah, they were out the door. Brethrens are raging, can't even save him. He's on the floor now, but 5 minutes ago, he was raving. His boy looks at him with a face that is saying, forgive me. He replies back by saying, brethren, the blade is still in me. He weren't even lying. Birthday girl's crying. She's got someone she don't even know in her front room dying. Always on a hike, but tonight went at night, and now they're screaming, whatever you do, don't walk towards the light. So that's my spoken word piece, guys. That's my spoken word piece.
On one of the most deprived estates in the country. In the last year, we've had absolutely horrific things happen with some boys. And what we've done is we've grown to love the estate. We live there and we work there. and we've grown to love things about it and we hate things about it. We've had young boys that are 15 years old die. One boy from a drug overdose in the last year. We've had boys just recently. One of the boys was meant to be coming here, was involved in a horrible attack, and he's in prison at the moment on remand, waiting to be sentenced. And in the midst of the horrible things, we have boys that are making incredible decisions, like these two boys here, who are making great decisions. Eves is studying at college, he's studying business, and Kyle over here wants to be a chef. He's studying chef. You're not going to get to hear Kyle, because we've got one more, but Kyle raps about food. That's what he does, because he loves food. I don't know if you can tell. So Eves is gonna leave on a high. This is quite a gas track, so I want us to just get behind him and big him up. And it's amazing that, you know, just a week ago we're in the middle of the estate and there's loads of stuff going on that's just crazy, and it's all the hard work you guys are doing here. So thanks ever so much for that, and thanks for just taking a bit of time to listen to us. Really appreciate it. Yeah, you ready?
Yeah. Are you ready?
Am I ready? Oh yeah, sorry. That's good. Yeah.
They say money makes the world go round, and around and around. I wanna be a millionaire, not in the future but now.
I wanna be rich, I want that money. The way I make it makes me look funny. People gonna buy from me like I'm a drug dealer. Not ain't that funny, but your granddad died. You should have been more like him now, Sonny. The money is sweet, something like honey. But my nose in the tip of my nose is running. The hook to make the road look red like sunny. But I got high expectations now, so I train my brain something like cardio. Why your mind so slow? Don't you know I'm due to blow your tripped out like you gone down from the dope? You need to clean up like soap. You need to get work, you're broke. You ain't her hard, but I know I'm broke. Try I'ma be successful, and you won't. It just goes to show when you smoke the dope and don't go home like a figure in your forever, bro.
Forever broke. Money makes the world go round, and around and around. I wanna be a millionaire, not in the future but now. Yeah, money boys, that we want that dough. And what we want, we'll get it.
Cause we're money boys and we want that dough. And what we want, we will get it. Brand new creps and a brand new fitted, and a couple snaps and buses to go with it. Brand new jacket, brand new teeth, brand new everything around me. Brand new jumper, brand new shades to cover up the rest. When I say I wanna have a mansion, I want a maid to clean up all the mess I made. I'ma sit by like a wizard who's wave. Like a wizard who's wave. Yeah,
Money boys, how we want that dough.
and what we want, we'll get it. Cause we're money boys, and we want that dough. And what we want, we'll get it. I said, don't you know I'm free to blow? I'ma get rich. Yes, I know I predicted it about a week ago. Yeah, man like Shredder, thanks for that. I'ma be raw right on gas for that. Once I'm rich and out of the hood, I don't need to hear any more gunshot. I used to cut this, thinking I was gonna get rich, but the guys got pissed, so I came out saying bundles. Listen, I work for the money, then I'ma be rich. I'ma have a house to the live. I'ma give no reason to this, cause we're money boys and we love the riches, and I love my girls, so they're gonna take pictures. Yes,
Money boys, and we want that dough.
and what we want, we'll get it. Cause we're money boys, and we want that dough. And what we want, we'll get it. We're money boys, and we want that dough. And what we want, we'll get it. Cause we're money boys, and we want that dough. And what we want, we'll get it.
Yeah.